Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. This is Howie, and I'm here to help you win with money. Today is Sunday, August 29, 2021. That's trading week number 34 of last week. I'm going to bring in all the options and dividend data for last week. If you're on Facebook, make sure you go to this Facebook group, Investing 102, where you can catch me and all these other investors. This is where you can level up your investing knowledge in different things: stock market, options, real estate, stocks, insurance, crypto, a little bit of everything. So make sure you join me there. Before we get into all the details of what happened last week, I want to say the markets are all-time highs for S&P and for the Nasdaq. Dow is not too far away, and so everybody 401k plan should be looking good. Most 401k plans are showing 18, 19, or 20% return. If you have some type of specialty ETF or something like maybe high growth in Nasdaq or a QQQ, so let's go into the options trade for this week. Okay, we're going to go into ETrade. We're going to copy all the transactions from the broker. So now we're going to go paste it. We're going to leave some room. Here you go. And then you see the transaction. Now we're going to grab some more. And here you go. Now we're going to grab the transaction for last week. We're going to copy that. And we're going to paste that over here. And there you go. Now I'm going to resort the two pastes together into one list. And I'm going to fix everything up. Now I just finished editing it, and I added in all the notes and description. I number all the trades. I added the information on DTEs, and the first thing I normally do is save it, and then we're going to go and do a pivot. So let's do that right away. We'll go up here. We're going to hit the pivots, refresh the pivot, and there you go. Let me double check this to see if it's right, and I don't see anything wrong here. This week I made about $900. You can see the breakdown, and there's only $2 from dividend this week. Most of this is from trading, and so let's go into the options by month. Next thing I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm going to hit a refresh and make sure the data looks fine. And again, I'm just double checking everything. Everything looks okay. I don't see any mistakes. The $900 profit does look like it's correct. So I'm just going to go in here and clean this up, and then we're going to talk through some of the trades in detail. So here is the final data. I just fixed all this. I did 22 trades this week for week number 34. My total P&L running for the year is at 21 now. Everything else looks okay. The only problem is I'm going to miss, based on this trend, I'm not going to hit my goal of 1,500 trades for the year. I'm probably going to end up a little bit under. So we'll have to see what's going to happen. I have 2 more days in August. If you look at the calendar, I have 2 more trading days, and then September starts. September is a 5-week trading month. You see that? So it gives me a lot of opportunity to make some good moves in September. So let's talk about some of the details of the trades I made this week. So the first 2 trades I want to talk about was a video I did on Friday. One was Tilray. I have a clever call, and you see I rolled it up and out, which is really a simple move. You roll it out into the future, and you move up the strike price a little bit. I collected $20, but remember, you collect 20, but you also make you make some extra money on the upside. That's another $50 in my pocket if it moves up. I did the same thing with MJ here, not a lot. This is a small premium move, but again, I'm doing it because I think I need to just prepare for the move in case cannabis stocks turn around. The next set of trades I'm going to look at are all the cash secure puts. You're going to notice that I did 2 of them on Fastly. I count that as a single trade, but they're really 2 different contracts with 2 different strike price. And you see what I'm doing? I'm rolling it down and out on a cash secure put. So what I'm saying is I'm reducing the risk because I'm out of the money now, but I want to move it even further out because I want to start positioning it where if Bitcoin continues to run up, then these things will go to 0. If Bitcoins go back down, then these cash secure put become very more, it goes against me and it becomes more expensive to row. But I don't really worry about those things. Like I said, I'm just trying to position my move so that at some point my cash secure put would be so far out of the money they expire worthless, and then I can roll it back closer to at the money and now collect some more premium. But for argument's sake, let me just show you what I made. If you do that, you'll see it over here. I made an extra $98. Not a lot. Fastly, I have another cash put, and you see the same thing. I rolled it out another week. I rolled it up actually, so I did roll it up a little bit closer because I think it was at $44 when I was making this move, and you see I collected another $20 in premium. So in an option where something costs $3,800 in cash, and if I'm collecting $20 for one extra week of risk, you can figure out what that is. In case you need a visual of what I'm doing with my cash, the $20 you receive over the total cash that I need to make that move is $3,008. I really only moved it out 1 week, so I'm adding one more week. So if you want to just do a simple calculation, it's about 0.52 of a percent. But if you multiply that, and if I can duplicate this every week, basically what it's saying is it's about a 27% annual rate of return. You're not making 20% on this move, you're only making 0.5. But if you suppose you can do this thing 10 times a year, if you think of it that way, right? A move like this is saying I'm making 5% of my money with the cash. So again, better than sitting in a bank, fairly low risk. I'm not owning the shares. I'm not even close to at the money. I'm at least at this point at least $5 or $6 away on a $37 strike price of 38. It was a $44 stock, so I'm fairly safe. But this is how you can do the math and figure out what you're making, what are the risks. I do own shares of it, and I have covered calls on it, so I can make money regardless of which direction it moves. So that's what I'm doing here. So let's talk through this trade. You see I opened this trade about 45 days ago. I collected $1,400, and then I did roll the untested side. But actually, this trade didn't work as well as I wanted to, because if you look at the math, I closed it for $1,000 here, and if you just sum up all of it, I made a total profit of $679, which is clearly not even at the 50% rate. So what that tells you is generally if you didn't make the full 50% within 21 days, that means one side was being more tested than the other. And some of it was because I actually forced it by rolling it up and then the market turned directions. And so it didn't really go out perfectly. But again, I'm okay with that because I still made a profit. Again, this is not a bad trade when you enter something on the 23rd and then you exit out on the 26th of the same month and you made, if you look at the number, if you make $679. So here's the numbers. This is my profit for the trade. If you look at how I did that, then you divide that number by how much cash you put up. I put up $11,000. So in this particular trade, I made 6.1% rate of return for that 24 days of holding it. Again, I got in on the 3rd, got out on the 26th. I consider that 24 days. If you divide the 679 by the 24, on average, I was making $28 a day. Now, there are many ways to look at this. If I was able to do this trade and make 6% in a month, if I was to duplicate this trade 10 times a year out of the 12, it means you can make 60% on a particular trade like this. Now, here's the thing. Will you always win with the same percentage? The answer is no. In fact, you may actually hold 1 or 2 losers a month or per year or free per year. And this is why the averages don't say if you're making 6% a month, doesn't mean that you're going to make 60% a year. When you factor in all the expectancy, what is going to play out over large numbers, your rate of return is actually going to be a lot lower, right? My average rate of return may be 3 to 4%, or what is truly close to the 30 or 40% rate of return running a strategy like this. Obviously, there are things that control where the markets are out of control, where the markets move 2, 3, 4 deviations against what's normal, and those events will cause you to lose money. So that shows you my weekly options trading plus my dividends. It's a great week. So here's what I want to do for this current week. I have 2 more days to finish August. My goal is I would love to get August above, it's already profitable, but I would love to get a little bit more, squeak out a little bit more profit for the month. My September is going to look really strong because September data has a lot of dividends, and the dividends are going to add almost maybe $400 or $500 to the value of the account. So I want to make sure that September I'm going to finish out the month strong, because that's going to add into my Q3 data. And I lost money. I lost $2,000 in July, and that's a Q3 month. So I have August is profitable, and it offset all my loss. So now September is going to be my final month that will show my P&L for the quarter. So there's a lot of things going on. I want to make sure I trade and do some smart things. I know there's some market risk, but market's at all-time high. So I'm going to try to take advantage of some of those things, play and stick to my strategy. But I also have to keep an eye on some of the things for the downside risk. There may be a day or two or a week where the market may fall 3, 4, or 5%. And I think it may be coming up, but I don't know for sure. So I'm going to play a little bit more conservative on the put side. Call side, I'm okay with taking a little bit more risk. Again, I'm going to play things like anywhere from a 14 delta all the way up to a 20 delta on the call side, and not really worry about too much about the risk because it's already at all-time highs. Really, I'm going to play a little bit more safer on the put side. With that being said, hey, give me a thumbs up. Please like this, share this video, help other people see this, because my goal is to help people win with money. Let's do this together. Let's do this $1 at a time. As always, have a profitable day. Bye-bye.